We're here looking at the Keats Trench. It's awesome.
This is the largest one that I know of. Approximately 200 meters long and 70 meters wide. We've seen a change in overburden depth from about 1 meter to almost down to 10, 11 meters.
We're not too far from our discovery hole 1901. Behind me, we've got the iceberg zone just a little bit up. And then Keats West over here. And we're calling this our Golden Triangle at the Queensway project. The trench next to me, we are excavating. We're gonna really get a sense of the geology, what's happening at the top of Keats. And that's gonna help us a lot as we're looking along the Appleton Fault Zone, learning about the other zones and the geology in the area.
Keats Zone was the original discovery. It also represents a spot where we can look at the structure, we can look at the style of the quartz veins, we can look at the tenor, we can look at the gold compared to the drill holes, and it'll give us a very good idea of how we can actually mine this mineralization.
Some of the gold you could see right at surface. You don't have to do any extra cutting into the rock.
Oh, look at, we got a nugget.
Oh yeah.
2 millimeter size piece of gold.
If you think about it, a drill hole is as wide as my foot, right? And the volume of information that you get from looking at something that's this wide versus all of this is breathtaking. And it's so easy to do. We only had to dig down just a couple of meters. This is about the cost of a couple of drill holes, but the volume of data that you get from this just takes your breath away.
So this is a really interesting part of this trench. It seems like we've likely got a brittle fault or brittle zone here going on. The reason why it's so interesting is this hasn't been modeled on any of our models. Like, we didn't know this was here.
The Keats Zone starts just a few meters here below surface at bedrock, and that really points to one of the most prominent features of our discoveries here at Queensway, that they start at surface. And this is really the game changer for us. I think that that's maybe the best attribute of our project.
This looks like our main vein of interest really coming out here. All this quartz you see, pretty wide zone, lots of visible gold, so it should be pretty nice juicy stuff here at surface.
Safe to say all this quartz has a shot. Oh, this is all high grade, and
it's all good looking stuff,
drill
man.
tested it before. It's like, we've been all through here with drilling previously. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful when we get it washed off. So,
well, look at this guy here.
See, oh, look at all the VG in there.
Yeah. That's a winner.
That is a winner.
You find lots already?
Oh yeah, there's tons around.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, everywhere you look, there's coarse grain gold.
Well, high grade generates cash flow, and low grade thins your margins out. So a high grade operation, especially an open pit, high grade operation means that your operating costs are low compared to the value of the rock that you're extracting.
Queensway project is a tremendous opportunity. There aren't any in the world today that I think are this good. I've been lucky to be involved in many, many good gold projects, but none that have the potential of this grade and the ability to do a test like this and de-risk the project. This is fantastic. Just the fact that we can see the rock before we dig and have to dig a hole to get into it based upon drill holes. Many deposits are drilled and they run into problems because they can't sample it, they can't take the sample out in a large quantity and test it to see how the gold recovery can get. It gives us much more confidence on how many tons and what the grade is.
The seismic program is going to be very helpful for this project. So we'll combine our knowledge from what we learned in the trench along with the seismic and de-risk our model even further.
In the next couple months, we're going to get the data back from the seismic program, and we're going to immediately turn our drill rigs towards the next layer down in the cake. And if we can unlock that next layer, it's going to show everybody that we have the volume of mineralization here to really unlock Queensway as a district long-term project.
Seismic is just another tool for us to see if we can find more gold, vector in on a higher grade zone. It's very out of the box, but it could work incredibly well. We've only really been drilling it to about a depth of 200 meters, but seismic, if you really space them a long way apart, go down a couple of kilometers. So we might be able to see reflectors and things that can hold gold very, very deep.
The infrastructure at Queensway is really hard to beat. We've got the highway located just in front of us here by the Keats Zone, hydroelectric power that's running just a kilometer behind me. And then we've got this trench right here that reveals just how shallow and close mineralization is to surface. High-grade gold found just a couple meters below the surface plays very well for a potential future mining scenario.
Grade, accessibility, and you're in a great community. You're in a great province. Newfoundland is very supportive. The Newfound Gold team has created an environment here with the community that is fantastic. Involving the people. I mean, Mr. Keats was here today. He was the discoverer. He is a fantastic supporter of what we're doing. It's great to see a gentleman like that out here looking at the outcrop that he discovered.
Him and Kevin, they're really the father-son team that kickstarted this whole party in this area. It's cool to see as we're, getting a peek at all this gold.
The exploration success that we have had is nothing but spectacular. When I joined as a member of the board, we were drilling on one side of the Appleton Fault, and all of a sudden they have been able to find a whole nother set of mineralization type. To the north with Iceberg, and over on Keats West on the other side of the Appleton Fault. So it opens a whole new horizon. It creates a district and not just a prospect or a project. We also have 9 kilometers that we know of today, and plus we have the area to the south, which is another 30 kilometers away, that we're turning up results. So there's no shortage of targets, there's no shortage of mineralization to chase.